Good afternoon on what is a mild grey and cloudy day. It is Thursday the 18th of April, and I'm in the reading Nook with a nice hot cup of tea and a box to continue unboxing. What I've got in here is a copy of the Dusk Bringers. In the light we failed you, with the dark we shall serve you. We are your strength forged in fire, we are your will burning bright. We are your wrath, swords sharp. We are the Dark Bringers, eternal, until the day comes once more. You are born anew. The Dusk Bringers is a system-agnostic adventure for fantasy role-playing games. Travel to the remote Wakama Valley, unearth the secrets of the Dusk Bringers, a heretical cult that seeks to usher in a reign of darkness and despair across the land. Now, this is by LunarShadow Designs, a little English publisher. Best known for I reviewed the role-playing game Project Cassandra and a storytelling game, and then there's a similar role-playing game set during the Cold War, a journaling game called Number Stations, which is really quite clever. And this is essentially they've also done a generic science fiction scenario, which I've also reviewed and done an unboxing of, but this is a generic fantasy adventure, so you can take this and adapt it to the fantasy role-playing game of your choice. Primarily you're going to be thinking of an old school Renaissance style game, whether that's old school essentials, Lamentations of the Flame Princess, weird fantasy role-playing, or indeed 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, if you will, or even Merc Bourge. So anyway, so got the introduction, and then we're describing the nature of the Dusk Bringers cult, what it's aiming to do. So very nice, simple, one-page description, not much art to look at. And then got a guide on how to run the adventure, so there's advice for the game master, and then so basically how to set it up, how to involve the player characters, and then connecting the individual chapters of the adventure. And then we get on to describing the particular location. So this is the Wakama Valley. Essentially describing it's a forgotten land, and it's asking pointers here as well. So when you get to the Wakama Valley of Forgotten Land, ask the players who sent them and why they've been trusted with the task involved. And then old friends never die. What distant power marches slowly towards the valley? So on. There are prompts to add depth and detail to the play experience. And we've got Varana Keep, ruined, nice, simple kind of illustration there. And then inside, we've actually got a proper map. Oh, and this is Dyson Logos map. So the great thing about Dyson Logos is that he releases a lot of maps to free for use. Basically licenses them free for use. You've just got to acknowledge that he was the creator, and you can use them, and they really help bring a scenario or location to life because they're really good maps. And then we've got Shadow Underground. So this is the secret that perhaps is being held hidden under the Verdana Keep. Forgotten Secret, Darkness Beneath, and this is the depths to which the explorers are going to delve. And we've got quite an open area. Such a tunnel connected, and it's sort of like interesting, like a temple there. Quite nice, straightforward. But again, if you're the game master, you're going to look at that, and I think it's one of the things a good map should do. When you look at it, it should engage you and make you think, oh, how do I describe that? But it shouldn't make the job hard either. It shouldn't be too plain. It should be detailed and interesting. And you've got essentially all the prompts round the edge here rather than in the text necessarily. And then we've got imp threats and dangers. So we have a dark priest and an astral knight. Then move on to townships. We've got another sort of like a location where they can reach and essentially build leave as a base. So there we go, a description of that, a guide on how to bring it to life, a table of local citizens, Temple of the Sun, one of the locations, and And then we've got, of course, a notice board. Now, a notice board is there is the hook device. It's the device, you know, it might be like a big tree, or that's quite common in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. Big tree with lots of notices on it that, you know, the player character is going to look through and go, oh, that looks like an interesting job, pays well, wonder where that will take us, and so on. And then you can go away and sort of like, you know, run a creator adventure or run an adventure based upon it. Setting the sun, basically the end of the beginning. This is what happens when the player characters face down the cult, deal with the secret. And then we have essentially the NPCs and acolytes. So Lycia, acolyte of the light, Yanks, dark priest, and occultist. So there's Lycia and Yanks, dark priest. There are the cultists. And then finally, what happens if you expose the cult, bring it all to life, and so on. Where to go from there? You know, noting that this essentially is, you know, for the referee, it's her story to develop any further. So that's a really kind of simple and straightforward adventure, nicely produced, clear and simple, and all the you know, the game master has to do, all she has to do really is two things. First off, okay, obviously prepare the scenario, but decide where she's going to put it in her game world, and then provide the stats, because this is adaptable essentially in both ways, both in terms of setting. You can put that into a remote valley, you know, within her campaign world, and then she can provide the stats for the game you're running it with. So yeah, that's the Dusk Bringers, a sort of cult secret history fantasy scenario for the role-playing game. Typically the fantasy role-playing game of your choice, published by LunarShadow Designs. Well, if you enjoyed this unboxing of the Nook, then please do click on the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings of the Nook, where you will see me out here with a box containing a book or game, or in this case, a systemless scenario, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea, then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.